Welcome back to the channel where we show you that trading is as easy as you make it on yourself. And that goes for all kinds of tradings, from futures to crypto to Forex, literally everything. Every single thing you can think of. Maybe not everything, because I don't really talk much or do much in terms of options, but I digress. Tonight, I don't have any old trades to review from the last previous week because I just didn't like how they were setting up. Everything was still very, very massively trending. However, we have another 50K giveaway for another prop firm challenge. We've got another new winner from our last week's challenge. We've got two new great setups for you this evening and just kind of sharing with you what we're working on inside of our community, etc., etc. So without further ado, of course, we have to really quickly flash the disclaimer that says everything we talk about on this channel is for education or entertainment purposes only. It is not to be considered legal, financial, or investing advice. You guys get it. You should know this. We're all adults here, in theory. But we're giving away over $1 million in 2025. So we were going to do this in the course of a very short period of time, but we decided we're going to do a giveaway every single week. All kinds of different prizes. Very easy to enter. All the criteria is up on the site on YouTube, as well as through the link tree and Patreon and the website and everything in between. So please make sure you check that out. We have a duplicate winner, which means it just goes to show definitely some people kind of have an opportunity to win. I believe JJ Fit is the one who won this week as well. So it's like $150,000 in funding, meaning we would have given away $150,000 in funding in 2 weeks. So definitely not a bad way to be. And I think that's all I've got in the way of this. Let's go take a look at what we've accomplished thus far. And then we'll look at the trade setups for this evening. As always, we focus on transparency, not preaching something that's just pie in the sky. Look at the companies that will show you the great winning trades and not the losing trades. Like, I just want to show people it's possible. Actually, I have another spreadsheet I would love to be able to bring up. I'll have to maybe show a screenshot instead because it'll help with the sharing capacity here. But this is what we've been working on. We didn't have any major trades last 4-hour public swing trade video. So nothing new here to report. Just the same old, same old. I don't mean that to kind of dishonor it. I mean that to say trading shouldn't be this exhilarating entertainment-based situation. Like, most of us are here because you didn't want to give all of your time to a job, to a boss, to a lifestyle, because you wanted to buy back your time and buy back your freedom. And that's really what I'd like to try to focus on with the people inside of our community is, yes, it's fun. Yes, it's addicting. Yes, we love looking at the charts and just all the different things there are to learn. But ultimately, the idea is you get what you need out of the market, you wait for your setups, and then you get out. That's it. Like, there's not much more to it. So last week, we actually had a record-breaking week in terms of percentage of gains for some of our futures accounts, and that's just in 2 of our calls during the week. Nothing else. That literally took very few minutes. I mean, you're talking maybe 20 to 40 minutes of actual trade time twice a week. Definitely not a bad way to be. Took a stupid loss on gold. Unnecessary and mismanaged, too, because my Ninja Trader was going all funky. But still, it is what it is. That's only 1.6 points, still 1%. Actually, I took a little bit more than a 1% hit. Overall, an 18% gain, which is the biggest gain we've experienced all year on the week. So kind of beautiful. Our accuracy, as you know, is not nearly as close to the 89-90% that we were experiencing for many, many years. What is it, 1 million pips or something like that? 1 million pips before, like averaging in that 80. And that's a long time track record, right? That's a very long time, everything recorded. But when you try new things and they're tighten your stop losses, you're going to get knocked around a little bit more. There's just no way around that. New systems, new approaches, new strategies, kind of the same strategy from my major mainstay. And actually, I'm excited. I'm going to see if I can't bring on a new guest who's been having a ton of success with JGS and just making some amazing things happen. So very excited about that. But this is where we're at. We took a couple of trades this morning. One loser on ES, a winner on MQ, a winner on gold. Great winner, actually. Again, could have got more of that, but being disciplined, right? So we'll get all that updated as well. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look real quick. We start down here. Our US 30 copy is running and running really well. So if you're in that, of course, that's only available in our Discord community. We've got a couple of NAS trades as well. Our new winner for the week is actually Jason Joseph. I should be able to get that right. And just kind of knocking out all the things. This is just an updated view of every single thing we've been doing in our classes and showing, hey, if you go back and check this date, we called this huge drop, kind of looking for the reaction. I think we still have quite a bit more of a ways to go. Kind of came perfectly into these. This is our Fibonacci ratios and kind of beautiful. But overall, we're doing the dang thing. Also, that spreadsheet that I was talking about, this was shared by one of our members, really interesting stuff, was actually this right here. This can kind of show you that you don't have to have it perfectly. This can kind of show you, to give you an idea, if your starting balance is about $3,000, you are risking about 5% per trade, only a 65% accuracy. That's not that high. And that's very, very attainable. Even if you go back in all of your prop firm back offices, a lot of you guys can manage to get 50, 60% accuracy. 2.75 win to loss ratio, that's a lot. If you fail at this by 60%, you're still making over 6 figures in 72 trades. You can't see them down here, but 72 trades. Definitely not a bad way to be. And we were talking about that quite a bit in class today. So overall, we're doing the dang thing. These are some of the results that some of our clients have had. We've got our EAs running. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom. Quite a few cool things. 16% like in a week and a half. Of course, our US 30 algorithms. This particular gentleman has been working feverishly, demo testing for 90 days, did everything really, really, really intelligently, and now is reaping the rewards, making anywhere between $300 and like $500-$600 a day passively. He'll probably disable some of that risk. Notice how we don't have all the good stuff. We have bad stuff too in between. It's just, that's what we're trying to build in this community. So definitely not a bad way to be. And that's what's happening behind in our community. Here very shortly, we've got a brand new strategy we're going to be releasing. Very exciting there. We're already currently working with JGS. We're also, and sped it up a little bit for futures. We've got our own version of an orb strategy in terms of open range break, I should have said. A little bit faster, a little bit different management and targets and ways to kind of get in and get out. So kind of cool, as well as a script on TradingView that will help you find the right contract size if you're trading futures. So without further ado, let's go take a look at these charts and look at the 2 setups for this evening, and then we'll see you on Thursday. Okay, so here we are. We've got a VPS kind of sharing MT4 a little bit with you guys. I clicked around in quite a few pairs, and you'll notice this is the 4-hour time frame. This is JGS. Okay, this is not sped up for our futures strategy, just as is. Everything has really been trending. Okay, so that's USD Chef, and I could do this all day. I do this all day. GBP USD, I wanted a retracement. We got one a little bit, but then just didn't get that follow through. Cool. And that's really the case for most of these pairs. They've been in this, big move down. This right here, we've got some room, but the US dollar, we don't have a really big reason to be betting in that favor at this very moment. Maybe against the CAD, but you guys get the idea. Odd USD is setting up, but not quite ready in terms of a potential buy. So as we click around, I'll skip that one. There's just not a lot. We're not in a good position, and we weren't last Tuesday either. That's the whole thing about swing trading is being a little bit more patient for the setups that you see, taking your winners with your losers, learning how to capitalize better on your winners, and it's fine, let it go. We can't always find what we're looking for, especially not with a method like this. But having said that, as I click through just to kind of show you, there's no place to kind of come in here and get short. So we're not going to go against trend either. We'd be targeting if we were still in this. But that's kind of what a lot of the pairs look like. However, to stay true to form, we've got 2 setups tonight. So this one does not quite yet have our arrow prices coming above. 3 is coming above. Here's our 50 moving average. We're currently, as we speak, breaking above the fractal, moving right now. The fractal is right there. So as always, we're going to drop our vertical line on the candle prior to the one that we're on. I'm looking for the buy right here where price is currently sitting. Mind you, the spread on this is high. The ATR is going to be really low. But the value of this per pip is a little bit higher than what we see on some of the other pairs. So medium sea green is fine, but we did green before. The screen is not showing it too well. There you go. We've got it enough stabilized that line. So looking for a buy here. 25 to 50 pips on a pair like this might be a bit of a stretch. So just sitting where we're sitting, the ATR, this is only 5 pips away, okay? Our next high is only 15. So we're definitely going to be locking this pretty quick. Our average daily high is another 20, is only 25. So we're not going to be looking for a huge amount here. Obviously, if and when this breaks above some of these previous levels, of course I want to take it. This gap down, we filled this gap, we've come all the way down into here. Maybe just finish this flag formation and come take some of this liquidity before we continue to the downside, because overall we're going a counter trend on that bigger time frame. So we're going to treat this very protectively. We're definitely going to be looking to protect within about 10 to 15 pips. And then it's much smaller. Most of the time we say 1 ATR or 25 to 50 pips. But since this one has a smaller ATR, we need to have a smaller target. We don't get to decide how much these pairs move, and this one just doesn't move a lot, but it happens to be worth a little bit more when it does move. So That's trade number one for us tonight. And then trade number two, again, I look through them all. I'm like, okay, cool. There's US 30. We know that we're going to look for a bit of a retracement, but otherwise we've got some massive downside targets. We've got some huge time frame double tops. Let's see if we're finally entering a bear market. We shall see, even just a short-term bear market, which gives us plenty of room to the downside. But for now, not looking to continue that downward trend and looking for a bit of a retracement. We have no setup according to this strategy. If I look through any of these pairs, it's going to be very, very comparable. I know we had one indice that was very, very nice. This was one. Yes, not so much. But the pair that I did like, the instrument, was gold. Here's where we're sitting on gold. Mind you, this is an immensely counter-trend trade. All the news people and fundamental traders have a ton of knowledge on this. Don't quote me on what that's all about. But we've got our impulse, and we have failed to take a low. We've got our retracement. So provided we continue to the downside, we've got a lot of targets to come take out. I know there was speculation about gold prices dropping, obviously the economy, everything going on politically, all impacting this. But as we speak, I'm going to drop this right below where price is currently at. You've got a great risk to reward. Very, very good risk to reward. So if you're taking all the stuff that you don't know out of it, let's go red. Gotcha. Cool. Solidify that line. And I get out of this a little bit. I'm going to hit S on our cool trading tool. Even if our stop loss is sitting above here, above that high, drop it. And we're only coming to these lows. Let that catch up a little bit. To give you an idea, try that again. There you go. That's a 1.27 to 1. Now, mind you, you don't have to give it as much room. You can say, hey, look, I'm not going to give it as much. 1.65. If and when we come down to this level, because I do think we're going to have to break those levels, we have quite a bit of a ways to the downside. And do I think we're coming all the way down to 27.84? It's possible. Mind you, these are Forex prices. That's a huge risk reward on gold. But if all we're doing is coming back down into this range, 1.5 to 1, and of course to take this low and previous high, it's almost a 3 to 1. So kind of great way to be. Again, you're protecting with an about 50 pips on this pair. ATR is really high, so make sure you're being mindful there. And just look for these previous areas of interest along the way down. As you break and retest, you're going to the next level. As you get a lot of wicks and rejection, you're going to buy it back up as a retracement and see if you get the continuation down. All pretty simple. But that's what I've got for you tonight. I do believe there's a secret that I'm supposed to tell you. My team is amazing. They do all the things, so bear with me. And I will tell you what it is. The secret code tonight is Golden Ticket. You know what the secret code really should have been? It should have been like JGS, because it's been honestly kind of coolly viral in its own little small community way. JGS is doing it. So Golden Ticket is the secret code to help you win that next 50K in funding. I'm going to pop down on the smaller time frame real quick just to show you what I would be looking for. So I moved that all the way up. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and draw a little trend line. Okay. As we break down below these levels, I'd be willing to sell. I likely wouldn't want to take my entry until we break a low. Okay. Mind you, you can milk this all the way up, let this finish buying. Totally up to you on what you want to do. But overall, let's see. Let's see if we get this breakdown to the downside. If you want to ignore the smaller time frames, you're more than welcome to do that. As of right now, we still have 2 hours left on this 4-hour candle. I'd like to see and make sure that we're closing below this candle. We don't even have to give it much more room than that. So provided we're closing below this candle, I'm still looking for this to sell. So that's my 2 cents, and hopefully that helps. And let me know in the chats how your trading journey is going. Let me know in the chats if you're working toward futures. Let me know what prop firms you're favoring, if any, and what things you've had to adapt in terms of all these changes we're experiencing currently with MT4, MT5, the CME, and just all the different regulatory bodies and the stuff that people are going through as a trader. Because I watched some silly little podcast thing today, and it was talking about the pain points and the things that you're an expert on, right? I think the benefit in terms of why trading has become easy for me, at least on certain sides of these industries, is because I was able to solve those pain points. So I'd love to hear more about what yours are and see if we can't get you to the other side of them, to profitable and to payouts in whatever platform you're looking at. And as always, if you have questions, comments, make sure you hit that likes, comment, and subscribe button. It'll help YouTube do the things it needs to do to get me in front of the people just like you. Happy Tuesday. Take care and God bless.